Hello, happy friends of frogs. Welcome back to my corner. I am Cassie. You reached Cassie's Corner. And today we're talking about, we're diving into the book of Daily Stoic, which I've been doing. I promise to do it all year because I think this is a way, if we control our minds, the Stoics, I think, had it right. If we control our minds and control what we think and are able to control what we can't control, then we don't have to worry about the things that we can't control. It's a very simple, easy way to keep peace in your life, to keep yourself well aware of your anger and your depressive thoughts and your it also keeps you very what's the word I'm looking for? It keeps you accountable for the things that you think. Uh, it keeps you thinking. It's a very I love it. I love the Daily Stoic, the book. I discovered it when I was also depressed, and we're talking about a 10 to 15 year depression, a deep, dark time when my brain did not think well. And we're talking about abusive behavior, screaming, yelling, cussing people out, probably, at my kids, at my spouse, anything like that. So I'm sorry for anything I damaged them with. They seem to be well rounded. I don't know. But you've also caught me in I'm gardening mode. I'm getting ready to go outside and garden for a little bit. Something I've been needing to do all winter and haven't done. I'm afraid of snakes, and if you know me, I'm like, I have hives really easily, so I don't need the poison ivy effect to come at me. I have an email as Cassie's no apostrophe _ corner at outlook.com, and you can also reach me on Facebook. It's Bows of Happiness. It says Cassie's period corner. I have no idea how to get rid of the period. I don't know what that means. I remember doing it like really late at night. I don't remember how I did it. Just can't change it. Please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Leave me comments, as all those will help YouTube fit me into their algorithm, and they'll recommend my videos a little bit more. I'm really excited about the comments that I've been getting. I see where people have commented or liked certain things, and I'm glad that this is touching someone and reaching someone that probably needs it. Your comments mean the world to me. I really appreciate them. I really, really thank you for listening in and for supporting my channel in any way. I'm not monetized. I don't want to say it like that. Your support means a lot to me. Really, it does. And I really would like to reach more people out there. I know there's tons and tons of people that suffer from severe depression, and they feel like they can't go any further, or they can't change their mind. But with this, it's simply easy to do. It's just a battle of will, a battle of what's best for you, a battle of why are you putting yourself through this? Really, why are you subjecting yourself to the worst kind of fate ever? And that's living a sad life, or a fearful life, or a depressive life, when you really do not have to. I will remind you that not everything deserves a response. Not everything is a battle. Just work with your mind a little bit. Don't let your mind control you. You control it, just like you control everything else in your body. I mean, I know some things are involuntary, like sneezing and heart rates and breathing and things like that. These are just things we so take for granted. But if we really get in there and condition our minds to think the best, to think the most positive that we can think, or bring two positives to one negative situation, we always look for the better side of the situation. And that's what I've had to do. It was a long process. It took me about 5 years. So, sorry to tell you, I hope that it is better for you. I hope that you are quicker to learn the process of freeing your mind from the negative thoughts. So that way you don't suffer as much as I did. And I'm not saying that I'm the longest suffering depressive person. People have suffered years and years and years from depression. Probably didn't know they were doing it. Probably didn't realize how sad they were. So we're going to start today. Today is day 47th. It's February 17th. Happy Monday, people. Another start of the week, another way to create a new beginning somehow. So that's where we are. I had fun with Freckles this weekend. I had a blast, and he's off school this weekend, so I really regret not being able to stay. My spouse had to come back and go to work and deal with meetings and things of that nature. So I miss him so much. I do. He's getting so grown, such a big boy. I missed him. Y'all have no idea. You see the smile on his face? I am just so happy. He's so wonderful. Okay. The enemy of happiness. Here we go. Listen. Listen intently. Why don't you? Okay. It's quite impossible to unite happiness with a yearning for what we don't have. Happiness has all that it wants, and resembling the well-fed, there shouldn't be hunger or thirst. And Epictetus said this in his discourses. I'm not sure I understood the meaning of that. Let's read that again. It is quite impossible to unite happiness with the yearning for what we don't have. Happiness has all that it wants, and resembling the well-fed, there shouldn't be hunger or thirst. Okay, so I read it right. Okay, just make sure. And here goes the entry. I'll be happy when I graduate. We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I get this promotion, when this diet pays off, when I have the money that my parents never had. Conditional happiness is what psychologists call this kind of thinking. Like the horizon, you can walk for miles and miles and never reach it. You won't even get closer. Eagerly anticipating some future event, passionately imagining something you desire, looking forward to some happy scenario. As pleasurable as these activities might seem, they ruin your chance at happiness here and now. Dun, dun, dun. Locate that yearning for more, better someday, and see it for what it is. The enemy of our contentment. Choose it or your happiness. As Epictetus says, the two are not compatible. So we have to think about what is going to make us happy. I mean, self-gratification is our instant gratification. It's kind of what has ruined us so far. So we don't want that. We don't want instant gratification, but we do want instant happiness. And instead of waiting until I'll be happy when I lose weight. Okay, I've been saying that I need to lose weight for months and months and months. And I do. I really do. And I can't sit here and think I'll be happy when I lose the weight. No, I should be happy in the process of losing weight. I should be happy right now. I should be happy with my weight. My desire to lose weight is either it's a healthy thing, or it's something that I choose I want to do. But I should also be happy in the process. I should also be happy in the interim. I shouldn't let my life be contingent on how skinny I am or how fit I am. I need to be happy now. Otherwise, I'm chasing, like it said, I'm chasing for miles for no reason. Or I'm looking for that horizon when I never get to it. And you'll never get to the horizon, no matter how far you walk. And so we need to be happy in the here and now. To say, oh, I'll be happy when I get more money. Will you? Will you? Your tax bracket will go up. Think about that one. I'm not saying. I mean, it's going to be easier. You'll be able to pay your bills. You'll be able to have more money to spend on whatnot. You'll be able to feed your children. I get that. I really, really get that. But why not be happy for what you have now? Instead of, I mean, if we can't be grateful for, and that's why I'm like, start a grateful journal. So that way you can name the things that you are grateful for. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for, knowing the things I know. I'm grateful that there is an opportunity for me to grow in my career. I'm grateful that my bosses are very they're very flexible in my workstation. Things like that. There's always something to be grateful for. And if we can't be grateful for what we have, then we're not going to be grateful for what we are desiring to have. Yes, I may want a promotion, and yes, I may want that more money. There was a lady I worked with. She's a single, and she had one son, and she wanted more money, and she wanted, somebody kind of talked her into a managerial position, and she thought it was going to be great and lovely and all this kind of stuff. But she had no time to spend with her son. She had no time really at work because everything was so hectic. Everybody came to her. Everything was on her shoulders. Everything was her responsibility, and she really could not enjoy it. Yeah, sure, she liked money, but she could not enjoy it because she was always working. Everything that happened in that department fell on her shoulders. So she had to reply to it. She had to answer to it, and all these other workers that she's managing, she thought would be kind of cool to tell everybody what to do. They're falling short in their end of the deal, and she's like really having to pick up the slack. So she went to a lower paying job, I would assume, and kind of made herself happy. She was happy that she did get the time to spend with us. So there's always something, but there's always a con, and there's always pros about certain situations. Sure, she made more money, and sure, she had enough to get her and her son what they needed, but she didn't spend time with her son, and she had to worry about who was going to get her son off the school bus, or she was there's always something to think about. Always, always, always. So she was not happy when she got her promotion. There's the ticket. Some people ask for a promotion, and then their promotion has to lead them out of town. Really? Do you really want to separate yourself from your wife and your children? Okay, your wife, maybe. My husband took a job. When I first met him, he was just a laborer in his job, and now he's like really, really up in the company, and he has responsibilities. He has to go out of town, things of that nature. And he, now that he's older, he regrets having to make that decision, not because it took him away from us or anything like, at first everybody's wanting to travel the world. Everybody's wanting to travel. But when you're traveling on business, you don't have time to go and enjoy the sights and things of that nature. And it's just all business. It kind of wears you out. And then living from hotel to hotel is not what it's cracked up to be at all. So he kind of regrets that he loves his promotion. He loves his money, that kind of thing. But having to go out of town still at his age kind of makes him dreary and kind of not wanting to be in the position he is. So there are two examples right there. You can wish for whatever you wish for, but don't make your happiness contingent upon it. Be happy with what you have. Be happy, even though you may feel you're not making enough money or you don't have enough money for the luxuries that you want. Be happy with it. Just be happy with it. Be happy you have enough money to pay bills. Be happy you have enough money to, keep your children fed and things like that. Be grateful. So I hope everybody's weekend turned out as well as mine did. I thought it would be kind of colder up there in North Alabama, but it wasn't. It kind of felt like it does here. It did rain a little bit, but he was happy. He was happy to see us. He had been cold and still kind of stuffy, and he had a cold. He had a virus, actually, and he was still kind of stuffy in the nose and that kind of thing, but he didn't say he felt bad or anything. That boy can eat. I love him. I adore that boy, but he can eat. But we also thought about he had been on steroids, too, so that can make you eat also. And I thought about that on the way home. I had taken 2 bouts of steroids because of the hives that I had last year. And maybe that's why I feel like I need to lose weight. But it also could be that most of my day I'm sitting here. Think about what you're doing, Cassie. It's all right. It's all right. Please keep up with your affirmations. They are very important. You need to hear that positive voice. You need to hear yourself. Be your hero is what you need to do. You need to hear your voice tell you that you are an awesome person. Start with something small. Start with something true. Start with something that you can relate to. I am a housewife. I am responsible for my children. I have to cook meals. I have responsibility. I have a great deal of information that I'm trusted with. That kind of thing. That way, when you do start, hey, that was kind of, I thought that was amazing. That was smart. I'm smart. Wow. Okay. It's rolling in now. It'll all kind of work its way to your brain. You'll be able to believe what you hear when you hear yourself say, hey, that was kind of smart. I remember the first time I ever complimented myself. I'm like, what? Wait a minute, where did that come from? That wasn't me. Um, and I was the Debbie Downer. I was the Eeyore of our house. Actually, Eeyore is my favorite character. Because he's a, I appreciate it. Anyway, there's a lot of people like that. I was like that. Um, I was the Debbie Downer, the bad person. You know, you didn't want to. Oh, thank you. You didn't want to pay me a compliment. And I'm sure that's why people didn't pay me a compliment much. Keep up with your daily and nightly journals. Your daily and nightly journal. Your daily journal is a list of the things you want to accomplish. Make sure you put a check mark by that. That's going to make you feel very accomplished when you do that. Every time you another check mark, another check mark. Start with 2 or 3 things at a time, and then work your way up to 10 if you want to. Work your way up to 20 if you want to. 20 things to accomplish in a day. You know, you can make it as big or as little as you want it to be, but every time you feel accomplished in something, every time you see that check mark and you know that you got to finish, you'll feel better about doing the next thing. Trust me, it works. It worked for me. I still have a checklist of things that I got to do. It's a Diana book, but hey, it's a to-do list. And I've shared papers that I have with to-do lists, brain dumps, anything. Brain dumps are amazing. Just get a piece of paper and whatever's on your mind, just write it down. It doesn't matter. Just write it down and get it all out on paper. So that way it can clog your brain from all the silly little dust bunnies you got running up there, and you can focus on what's more important. And if you need to, circle and label. Like, if this is important, then put an asterisk by it, or number it, or rewrite it in a form from, in priority, like from what needs to be done first to what needs to be done last. It categorizes everything right there. So, there's that. What else is there? And then the nightly journaling is to, make a list of the things that happened, things that upset you, things you got accomplished, things that made you feel better, things that you noticed made other people feel better. So that way you know to do it again, and you can look back on this, 6 months later, 3 months later. You're like, oh, that did happen, or that did make me upset. Let me see if I can rework my mind not to make me upset. So it's that kind of thing, kind of like a record of all the things that are clogging your brain or keeping you in your current situation, keeping you comfortable in your current situation, or the things that you notice that are really not comfortable in your current situation. And you'll realize, okay, well, I do need to change this about myself. Change is not bad. Change is not a bad thing. It's more or less, what's comfortable and what is not comfortable. A lot of people don't like change for that reason. And we need to remember that everything changes. If we think about the last 150 years, the change with the no electricity, now we have all the power in the world. Everything is connected to some kind of power situation. The phone, the computer, the watches, everything. You're plugging everything in. Lights, it doesn't matter. You're plugging everything in. Whereas in 1800, we didn't even have power at all. So this is the last 100. Think of all that technology that we have gone through just in the last 100 to 150 years. And then you're like, oh, everything does change and still stays the same. We still have the same, racism and budgets, and we still have the same struggles, even though technology helped us through all that. Okay, and then the affirmations. Don't forget your grateful journal. This helps. It really helps to see what you're grateful for, instead of waiting for a time where you're going to lose weight, or a time where you will have a promotion, or I can't wait until I remember saying to myself when I was a young mother, they were 3 or 4 and I was having to get up and make their drinks, or having to get up and make their food. And I would be like, oh, I'll be so glad when they could reach the refrigerator and get their own drink or whatever. Boy, I should have never said that. I have eaten those words so many times, because now they're 38, 36, and 30, and have their own lives and reach their own refrigerator. No, see, not everything is all. It shouldn't be contingent on what's coming next. Really, it should not. Happiness and waiting for things to make you happy are not compatible. Just like Epictetus said. Okay, that is going to do it for me, I think. I do hope the weather has found you in a most agreeable situation. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Don't forget to tell somebody you appreciate them. Big belly laughs. It is okay to let go and laugh every day. Laughter is good medicine. Laughter is good food, people. And I will see y'all next time. I promise. Y'all have a beautiful day, and I'm here for you. Don't forget my email is Cassie's_corner@outlook.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, hit that thumbs up, everything to let YouTube know that I fit in the algorithm. And again, people will get the message just as you have if they recommend my videos a little bit more. So that would be very pleasurable to me. Y'all have the best day ever, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.